Hi, this is Firestarter, and this is a review of the RIO Bone Yoh Asakura from Shaman King. And this is my first figure from Sentinel. It was done by Sentinel, and then the toy line is RIO Bone. And this is the box of the figure. And on the first glance, you can see that it looks plain. It just has the RIO Bone thing going on, and then single details on the box, just like so. Yeah, and then at the back we just have like 3 poses, but it doesn't tell you much about Yoh Asakura. So let's open this box and let's see if the lack of design on this box is compensated with the greatness of what is inside. I may not have completed watching the series, but at least I left at the height of the story enough to tell you what this is. Yoh is fashioning his second battle outfit, a vest and baggy pants highlighted with orange trims at the edge of the seams. He isn't Yoh without his signature leather headphones on his head. Most of the time, it serves as a headband for his long but spiky hair. Sentinel's RIO Bone figure sculpt on the hero is surprisingly almost show accurate, with fine lines and curves, and not to mention its paint applications. My only nitpick are on the eyes, as I really remember that Yoh is somewhat brown-eyed instead of beady orange orbs. The might he carries include the Harusame, a katana with a hilt wrapped in red cloth and a scabbard molded in charcoal black. Another is a bloody red stone sword, Futsuno mitama no tsurugi. It is cumbersome sometimes to have these on Yoh without a pocket that can holster on. Other accessories include 3 kinds of face to provide that lifelike expressions, and 2 open splayed hands, and another pair for holding hands for the swords. The face is replaced with similar fashion as the arts wherein the hair comes off first. What's Yoh without Amidamaru? Well, that is in the form of a very dainty spirit ball, or in Shaman King lingo, in Hitodama mode. In this form, the paint applications is a mix of shade of yellow to give that more glowing effect. To add to this are 2 tiny katanas holstered on. I'm really surprised on the inclusion of the stage with an actual platform formed by a tiled plastic elevated on a black base. This makes the figure look like it is on a pedestal, a nice creation to highlight the figure against the others. The most impressive of all is the OS Spirit Sword Byakkou, or White Swan. His armor is like an extension of Yoh's arms, having bigger sword on one side and an extension of the Futsuno on the other. The sword has a hidden peg that inserts within the claws, while the blue panel is held by 2 magnets. To put the armor on, a peg must be removed on the back to place the Byakkou. First, let's start off with the Byakkou. So this is the armor, and then it has a lot of segments that you can do with, or you can bend with together. Well, it really forms like the extension of Yoh's arms. So it can twist like this, and then it can open and close, and then it can sway and bend towards the center. And then the other arm is this way, and then it can turn like this, and it can move to the other side too, and it can rotate 360. And then at the back we have some accents here. They are on separate ball joints, so it wouldn't be a hindrance in when you put Yoh on a standing position. So it gives a lot of room for him to stand on its own 2 feet. And then I really do like the armor because of the accents and the color and how it is made. I don't see any blotches or missed paint apps on it, and it's really nice to have this on Yoh. So let's do a size comparison with Yoh against a Lego. I don't have any figures with me right now. I just picked this one up off the shelf, and then it's just for size comparison in terms of the height. So there's a big difference between these 2. And then let's put this toy aside, and then I'll show you more on the possibilities for this figure. We have a nice ball jointed head, so it can really sway, or it can even rotate if you want to. And it doesn't have a neck joint, but but the ball jointed head allows it to be more expressive when it comes to possibilities for this part. And then we have a joint here on the arm, so it can move towards the front, and then you can even turn 360. And then there's another upper shoulder joint here, so you can even turn the arms around. And then we have a single jointed elbow, and then a ball jointed fist or wrist. It doesn't have an upper torso joint, but it has a good range of motion for the waist. So it doesn't only move from side to side, but it can go on angles too. It helps more on the posability. And then we have a hip joint here, so it moves like this. And then a single joint on the leg. And then we have a ball jointed foot and a hinge on the toe. And without the arm, this also gives room for amidamaru, so you can even plug this on the stage or on the arm of the stage, so it can float. So it really adds more stability on amidamaru, and also you can play with Yoh with him floating beside him. Another great feature about the stage is that you can take out this panel here, and you can even move this in any side of the on the four corners of the platform. So this stage is really versatile when it comes to moving around. The thing is, we only have one arm. If we are given two, at least we can put Yoh on one side and then amidamaru on the other. But unfortunately, we just have one arm. I'm not familiar with Sentinel or RIO Bone series, but this representation of Yoh is almost perfect. I'm not expecting such a superb job by Sentinel, especially the quality that can rival more known toy manufacturers today. Super glad that Sentinel took up the project in creating this figure that can something like, say, my love and hate relationship with Bandai, that the company can learn a thing or two. I have just two things that are slightly amiss. One, it could have another stand so that amidamaru and Yoh can be side by side. And two, the color of the eyes makes Yoh less animated. This is one of the fantastic figures to have for all Shaman King fans. And that is my review of the RIO Bone Yoh Asakura. If you want to know the possibilities for this figure, always check out the photos at the end of the video and subscribe to my blogspot for the full written review. This is Firestarter. Thank you very much for watching, and see you on my next review.